Well, we're about to start our hike in the catwalks. See how far they got with reconstructing the walk after the flood. Haven't been up here since, so we'll see. The sign says the catwalk follows the old pipeline that lines the Whitewater Canyon, and it's quite an interesting walk. The original pipeline's long gone, along with most of its footings, but here and there you can see pieces of it clinging to the canyon wall. But it makes for a very interesting walk. This is part of the 87-member Deming hiking group. I don't know them all, but most of them were, matter of fact, all of them were darn nice people. We enjoyed the walk immensely. Met two of my old neighbors, Dave and Ann, and some of their relatives and all, but the rest of the group was new to me. But very nice day. Kind of cold. The water, of course, is winter, so the water level was low. But the catwalk can't be beat as far as just getting inside of a canyon and seeing the workings of it. The original wood plank walkway was built atop two pipelines which supplied water and water power to the now extinct town of Graham, where they mined gold and silver from some of the nearby towns. What I learned when I was researching the catwalk was that the towns of Graham and Whitewater grew up around a mill that was built by John T. Graham in 1893, and its lifespan was less than 10 years. The mines above the canyon were worked from about 1889 until 1942. And one thing that's interesting to note is that Billy the Kid's stepfather, William Antrim, was a blacksmith at Graham. Now that's interesting. I love little things like that. After the mines all shut and the canyon catwalk was left in disrepair, not many people visited the area, but thanks to the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps, which I am just such a big fan of, they came along and they turned it into a recreation area that we're all privileged to use and enjoy now. So, thanks to the CCC, we have this great treasure. But enough of history. I'm just going to enjoy the walk. I keep remembering back to when Jean and I were here. It was in the summer, and the water was quite deep then. And when we looked down on this little watering hole here, people were swimming, jumping off the rocks and splashing. It was so much fun. Jean and I managed to get our feet wet, but we weren't dressed to go swimming. We did have a nice picnic lunch there, so that made it more enjoyable. Now remember, there were a lot of butterflies, beautiful butterflies, all kinds of butterflies. Birds swooping in and out of the canyon. A couple insects, I guess, here and there running around, but I didn't see any mammals. Here's where the trail ended, and we're going to turn around and head back. This little girl here is named after a motorcycle. Her name is Harley, and she was the most energetic of all of us on the trip, and I think she enjoyed it 10 times more than all of us put together. She was really quite delightful, and at times Dave could hardly hold her back. I'll tell you, these bridges and walkways are built so well, I don't think any flood will ever wash them away again, but I do hope they extend the trail. These teenagers, there were 3, Lexi, Jimmy, and Ray, and they had a ball climbing up on all those rocks. Down below there you see Alex, Irene's fiance. But here we are, they're heading back. And I've got to cross this stream to get over to the rest of them. And at 74, that can sometimes be a feat, but I'm still fairly agile. But this kind of brought the trip to an end, and we headed into the picnic area. Delightful day is over, but I'm not heading home. I'm heading out to the ghost town of Mogollon, New Mexico, and maybe you'll hear all about that on my next trip out. But for now, it's So long and bye-bye.